Hey guys, this is Mama Maid. Welcome back to another Coupon Topic Tuesday video. I have a whole bunch of these. They will be linked in the playlist in the description box below. So if you're new to my channel, definitely click on that and watch the ones that would be of interest to you. I'm always up for suggestions of topics or questions that you guys would like for me to devote a whole video to. So feel free to leave those in the comments as well. And let's go ahead and get started with today's topic. So today's topic is going to be meal planning and couponing, how I combine them both together to save a lot of money for my family. So I know a lot of couponers just stick to the main drugstores, CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, and they kind of don't grasp the whole grocery store side of couponing. Maybe they'll go to Walmart and do the freebie deals or the really cheap deals and maybe pair in some coupons. But as far as groceries, they're still going to a grocery store or Walmart, buying generic brands, Aldi, something like that. Now, I definitely will go to Aldi and grab the things that we need. Most of it is dairy products if I'm not already stocked up on, because there's some things that my kids just need for their lunches, and I just don't get enough of that for couponing. But I use Aldi as my get what I don't already have kind of thing. I don't primarily buy all of our stuff from Aldi. I used to. But the better I've got at couponing at the grocery stores, which my favorite is Giant. It's just a grocery store in my area. There's definitely hundreds of other grocery stores that you could choose from. But anyway, guys, so this is what I do to meal plan. Now, I am a monthly meal planner, and basically I just started doing that probably a year and a half ago when the whole COVID thing started. I would stock up for a month's worth at a time just so I wasn't going in the stores as often and taking my kids. And once I started that, it does kind of take a lot to have to plan all my meals out for the next month. So what I do when I think of a meal and when I buy the items that I get with couponing, let's say I find some marked down meat at the grocery store, I will think of what I want to do with that, think of the other ingredients that I probably already have, and I will write that down. So I have a whole month long, I'm writing things down as I come home from the grocery stores with my couponing deals. Maybe I get super cheap pasta. Well, when I'm trying to grab the pasta, I don't necessarily just grab macaroni because we like that. Maybe I will remember, we got some of the Purdue shortcuts. I can maybe grab some penne pasta and do like a bacon chicken ranch penne. I have a recipe for that. I think I have a video on that. I don't know. But I kind of will, once I come home with my deals, a lot of my weeks, the items that I'm grabbing are somewhat random some of the times. Like, you can't necessarily make meals for the next week based on the items I have. But with a month-long planning, I can definitely, make sure my items aren't going to go bad, freeze anything that needs to be frozen, use up anything that might need to be used up. But most of the things we're buying from a grocery store, if it's not milk or some kind of meat product, they have at least a month-long expiration for the most part. Of course, obviously fresh produce, you kind of need to use that kind of thing right away. But that's what I do. I will it's actually just a spiral notebook that it's 28 days, so it's a 4-week basis, and I fill it out with meal ideas based on things that we grab. Or once in a while, my husband will say like, I'm really hungry for this, or you haven't made this in a while. And when he says that, I will automatically start thinking and watching for deals on the ingredients that I will need to make such things. Another thing that I've really started to do is kind of cut back on the meat usage a little bit, because that definitely does save. My husband's okay with that. I know some guys need their meat and potatoes or whatever, But I'm kind of thankful my husband, he doesn't have to have meat in every meal. I don't know. I've heard some people say that that's just the way that they do their meals. They have to have a meat and they have to have a side. So, you do whatever works best for you. But I have found that I actually cut out, I used to use a pound of Italian sausage when I make lasagna. And I made it once without the sausage because my kids, they won't eat ground meat, any type of ground meat. So I'm like, I'm just going to try this lasagna with no meat. I made it and my husband loved it. He's like, what did you do different to this? I was like, well, I didn't add meat. So, you can save a couple bucks if you have a meal that you don't need meat. Another thing I will do if I have like meat you cook in a crock pot, instead of serving it like whole pieces of chicken, you can shred it up and kind of spread out the meal. You get more and maybe put it on top of noodles or potatoes or rice or something like that. That kind of helps stretch your meal. Another thing that I do to really help stretch the money, whenever I make some type of a shredded meat, whether it's pork barbecue, chicken tacos, even regular taco meat, we don't really do a whole lot of ground beef because of the price. You can turn around and throw that leftover meat. Maybe it's not enough to make a meal out of. You can throw it onto a pizza. You can do a crescent roll. You can make your own pizza crust. We've been getting those flatbreads with couponing deals. You can just call it a taco pizza. Or maybe it's a pork barbecue pizza. That is a whole nother meal. You can get deals on cheese and bread and dough like crescent rolls. Or it's super easy to make your own pizza crust. I have a Pioneer Woman recipe. It's like the easiest thing ever. So stretch out those leftovers. Throw it onto a pizza and call it whatever you want. Your family most likely will, if they ate it the first time, they'll eat it the second time on a pizza crust. So that is another way. So again, guys, just if you haven't got into the whole grocery store couponing, you really, really should, because it is a huge game changer in your budget. It has really made a big difference. I used to shop all Aldi and then Walmart, but most of that stuff is generic brands. I tell my husband all the time, like, we are so spoiled. We get all these name brand things and I'm paying less for it. So just a few ideas of how to meal plan based on the deals you get couponing. It's a little harder if you're going only a week in advance because, like I said, some of those deals, it's a little hard to come up with meals. It's possible, but I like going a whole month. Then you have a whole month to come up with all of these meals. If you have any suggestions of things that you do to help you meal plan based on your couponing deals, let us know in the comments below. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, please also leave those in the comments. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and I will see you in the next one.